Hello and welcome to Squid Pro Quo, a Squid Game podcast where there are only 3 rules. 1, a player is not allowed to stop podcasting. 2, a player who refuses to podcast will be eliminated. And 3, the podcast will be terminated if the majority agrees. I'm Sean.
And I'm Mike, and welcome back to the challenge, everybody.
Season 2.
Season 2, episode 4, Mingle.
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 I don't know why
Mingle.
I kept thinking Mingus.
Whenever I hear Mingle, I think Tingle from The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay.
The little fairy guy.
Okay,
the guy
okay.
in like his mid 30s who thinks he's a fairy.
Okay.
There's nothing else to add to that. That's just what I think.
Isn't Mingus a character in Boy Meets World?
Is it Mingus?
Minkus.
Minkus. It's Minkus.
Minkus. That's what I'm
Yeah, he's like the
thinking of.
nerd character, and he's in love with Topanga, which who isn't, you know?
yeah. Now,
Like, when I was a kid, I was like, yo, Topanga.
yeah.
I want to hold her hand and smooch her, because that's all I thought about when I was a kid.
I want to hold her hand.
And maybe give her a little smooch.
A little smooch.
So, Sean, I have 2 things before we dive into this episode.
Okay. Is one of those things what
First-
happened on this day?
No. That's a different show. That's our other podcast.
Okay.
What is this? A crossover episode where we go over BoJack Horseman. So you guys should go check that out if you haven't already on the Super Spaghetti Bros podcast network. But first, I've wanted to bring this up for a couple episodes, but I keep forgetting because I feel like it's somehow in our wheelhouse and related.
Okay.
A24 has announced that they are developing an overcooked reality show for Netflix.
I saw this. I never even thought about how it is in our wheelhouse, but you're absolutely right. It is.
Right.
I
So-
kind of think that'd be if people were interested. I think that might be fun to talk about.
That's what I thought too. Is I was like, oh, this would be kind of fun. It depends though, because if it turns out it's just like another like reality cooking competition,
Yeah.
I think maybe it's not. I'm not as in. But if they do wacky stuff like an Overcooked, I don't know how they would. Then I might be in.
I'm definitely in if they do like some weird, cool, wacky sets, and they do the like obstacles
And maybe there's a raccoon in a
hazards and
wheelchair.
stuff. Like yeah. I think
Maybe the Swedish Chef is on for an episode.
I think you could really do some cool stuff with that. Yeah, no, if it looks good, I would be totally down to talk about that.
Yeah, so I guess we'll reevaluate when we see a trailer for it. Like if it looks like the video game in any way, then I'm like, okay, I'm in. But if it's just like people in a kitchen that have to work together and throw food at each other, well, the throwing food's pretty fun.
Yeah, that is kind of fun.
I think the conceit should be like no one on the show knows how to cook.
Oh, that'd be really good.
Right? Like nobody knows how to cook, and that should be the show. But hey, Netflix, Ted Sarandos, I got ideas.
Yeah, hey, we got ideas. Call us.
The second thing I have, Sean, is an email.
Ooh, okay.
And it's from our good friends, Kim and Landon.
Single-handedly carrying the podcast.
Yep. This one's titled Episode 2.
Okay.
Kim and Landon here. In the first episode, despite his words, Kurt was giving off strong vibes that Zoe was indeed his favorite kid. When the purple-haired girl was talking about how her dad liked her older sister more than her, we thought that she was actually Kurt's other kid. Why wouldn't we know that? Because Kurt and Zoe didn't even know she was there. I know that's messed up, but how amazingly tragic would that be?
That'd be really fucking good.
We agree that Star Wars guy was taking Ryan's insults a little too seriously, but Ryan is a complete jerk. Instead of telling Mark exactly what the whole world thinks of him and using him as a pawn, he could have asked Mark about the idea and tried for cooperation rather than just dunking on him mercilessly.
Yeah, put a pin in the Mark thing because we got to come back to that.
Yeah. So glad Sith Lord McCulkin throws terribly. Is that irony? Bye. I would also like to clarify that while aggressively bald Lex Luthor and his hero complex like to take full credit for delivering a life into the world, other than sitting on his ass and waiting to catch the baby, I'd say someone he failed to mention deserves the credit. So true.
Oh, shit.
Landon noticed that in the intro there seems to be a Chutes and Ladders type game or like a Donkey Kong level. What do you guys think that might be? Yeah, I saw that too. What do you think that is, Sean?
I thought Chutes and Ladders. I've been trying not to think about it, to be honest, because I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, we're gonna see in the second half what it is, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too.
Thank you, Kim and Landon, for the email. You guys are amazing.
Yes,
if you want to be like Kim and Landon, squidboysspq@gmail.com. Email us, and we will read your email on air if we like it. If we don't like it, I'll just pretend I never got it and be like, oh, yeah sorry, spam filter, I just didn't come through.
I want to get back to the Mark thing because the Discord has erupted a little bit.
They've erupted?
Erupted a little bit with
I don't know if that's true.
There's kind of a civil war brewing over Mark in the Discord. I'm trying to be fucking like
what Discord are you on?
I'm trying to like exaggerate and like draw interest and fucking you fucking don't. Oh my god. You know what? Never mind. Fuck off.
No, Sean, tell me about the Civil War.
People were totally in agreement with your Mark takes, all right?
And that's fine. I knew that. I knew I'd be the villain. I'm still right.
Which one are you though? Are you Captain America or Iron Man?
I'm absolutely Iron Man because Iron Man's 100% right in that scenario. Don't get me started on this shit, Sean. You know this is like the one Marvel thing I will die about. I will die on this hill.
I want everybody. We need by the final, the final episode of the season. I need to know who's Team Mark and who's Team Mike. I guess it's Mark and Mike fighting.
I want to put Mark in front of a tennis ball machine and have them just fire tennis balls at him until he catches one. Only then will he gain my respect.
What the fuck? That's so fucking insane. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard you say.
Hey, let's just say when I would watch Air Bud as a kid and then the dad would get caught throwing the basketballs at the kid till he'd catch it, I was like, right on, man. All right? Let's just say I was like, that dad didn't do anything wrong, okay? Exposure therapy.
Moving into the actual episode, what did you think?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Of this episode.
I really like this episode. I think it's a lot of chaos. I'm questioning some things about it, but we kind of should get to that probably towards the end.
The end is the part I have a problem with.
But I do like Mingle. I like how chaotic Mingle was. I was thrown for a loop at how this first part resolves because you and I both at the end of last episode were like, there's no way Matthew number 98 gets out of this.
He makes a good play though.
He does. It's probably it's a play I mentioned where I said maybe if he picks the twins, he'll get out of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was it was so definitive. And I was just like, wow, we hate this guy way more than they do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think to jump into that, Matt.
Yeah, let's just jump in. Fuck it.
Gets his, picks his number. He goes in to the room. He tells everybody what's going to happen. He does not tell them whose number he picked. I was actually kind of confused at first. I thought he was trying to pretend that he didn't pick the player.
Right. Yeah, he kind of says it like, we'll find out who it is.
Yeah, but everybody automatically is like, I wonder who he picked.
Right. So I don't know if that was just a weird edit or something but he starts crying, dude.
Dude, I don't fuck with this at all. I think he's so weird throughout this entire episode.
I just think no one, because of how you've acted up to this point, no one is going to go, oh, poor guy. Even though some people do. Some people are so dumb in this game.
I don't know if anybody is buying his tears. Like
I literally couldn't stand for this. So say I'd been playing the game up to this point, right?
Yeah.
And I'd been doing all the right moves, like making alliances, talking to people, not being too prevalent, but being enough, and doing all the right things. And then this guy gets up here and starts crying about this, right?
Yeah.
I would lose the game because I would call him out in this moment.
Yeah.
I would boo him. I could not stand here and accept this.
No.
I'd be like, you are so full of shit, dude. And then if that meant he picked me, which I wouldn't know, right? But I'd just be like, you're so full of it. Stop crying. You're a grown man. Like, this isn't that serious. Like, I would.
Yeah.
But there's people like crying with him in the audience. And it's like, what the hell?
There's so many tears this season that feel so strange.
Yeah. Crocodile tears, if you will.
Yeah. In the meeting time between between him telling them and the actual vote happening, people are kind of going around and talking and like, what, who do you think you would vote for if it's this person, blah, blah, blah. At one point, somebody says to August, like, yeah, everybody knows who you are. And August is like, what do you mean everyone knows who I am?
Right, yeah, he gets pretty freaked out. Everybody knows August, but you're a good guy. And he's like, that doesn't make me feel good.
I don't feel any better. Everybody, I knew that this episode was going to be good because I did not foresee how Mingle would turn out. But immediately with this test, everybody starts turning on each other. And I just wrote down, everyone's turning on each other. This rocks. Everybody's like, well, I mean, we're friends. You wouldn't vote for me, right? And I'm like,
Right. The one of the twins even goes like, hey, you're not going to vote for me, right? To this 324.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like, she kind of gives a non-answer, but like eventually says like, yeah, I wouldn't vote for you.
Yeah.
But like, it's so clear she would. The part where Red Ginger guy is doing a prayer with Matthew made me want to vomit, dude.
Yeah.
Just two people that don't believe what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
absolutely.
Like for show, dude.
For the cameras.
Hate that kind of shit.
Yeah. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
So Matt did pick one of the twins. I don't remember which one he picked, but it doesn't really matter.
431, I believe, who was the one who, Raul, who tried to go back and not toss him the ball during catch.
Right.
He picks that twin specifically for that reason, is what he says. Which is smart because, he's probably, because of that, he's probably the least liked of the twins.
And this is the best play you can make from Matt because people have not liked the twins for a while in this game. And people have been wary of, like, the people that came in as groups. And I think the only way you get out of this, like you said, is if you pick one of the twins.
Well, and, not just people didn't like them, but it's clear that people are so scared of the power that two people aligned have.
Yeah.
That they're willing to go, okay, I can deal with this annoying bald man because I don't want them to have power anymore. I think people definitely overstate the power of two people.
Yeah.
Being siblings or whatever have. I don't think it's that strong of a thing personally, because if anything, it put a target on them.
Yeah.
Especially because they were twins. I feel like for some reason that makes it tougher for them. I don't know why. That's why I was so surprised that this was such a landslide vote, because I thought
this was a really tough choice. I was like, I probably should get rid of one of the twins, but at the same time, like ACAB, like fuck that guy.
I'm just surprised that it was so, like the X's won so hard. I guess everybody was, but I also like the twins as opposed. I don't think they're very good players.
You liked them.
Regular Pat messaged us and said the twins are really dumb, and I was like, yeah, they are pretty dumb. But I think they got a bad rap right away. I mean, because of the position they were put in at first by volunteering. I feel like and then 324 comes up and is like, I need to start thinking with my head and not my heart.
That was ridiculous.
I lied to you.
I got
it's like so.
I got so triggered by 153 because when he goes up, he goes, let's hope this doesn't put a rift between me and everyone else. And then he votes with everybody else? Like,
Yeah.
You're voting with the majority. What are you talking about?
I hate Austin, dude.
Well,
I hate Austin. I know you liked Austin. I hate Austin.
By the end of this episode, I did not like him. And by the end of the episode, it didn't matter anymore.
That's true. That's very true.
The Western music that was playing during this vote was crazy. It was very strange music choice. At one point, I was like, man, it'd be really funny if if Jacob voted to eliminate his twin.
Yeah, that would be funny. 21 comes up, and apparently we find out later he used to play for the Baltimore Ravens, which is crazy.
Yes.
But he goes, hey, you're loud and obnoxious, but I'm still voting for the Twins. It's like, all right, yeah. Let him have it on his let him know what's up, but still vote the smart decision. I like that.
I love this dude because the actual quote is crazy. He goes, 098, you're loud and obnoxious, but 431, I think you just play selfishly and without honor. And I was like, did I just fucking load up Ghosts of Yotai? What the fuck?
Dude.
What
you are selfish and without honor.
You lack honor. Like, it's like he fucking just challenged him to a trial by combat. Like, what the fuck?
One of the craziest parts of the episode to me is Matthew approaching Jacob, the leftover twin, and being like, hey, no hard feelings, right? And what's more insane about it to me is Jacob doesn't go off on him. Jacob just kind of, Jacob doesn't want the confrontation because he seems like an unconfrontational guy. But I would have been like, no, fuck you. We don't get to be friends now.
Well, I don't get why Matthew kept pushing him. He wanted the confrontation.
He wanted the confrontation, or he wanted him to go, no, basically he was trying to get him to bend to his will. And it's like, dude, you are such a cunt. Like, I hate Matthew.
It might just be because I hate Matthew, but I think he wanted to fight. Because he kept trying to, it felt like what he was saying was, it felt like he was the fucking emperor talking to, Anakin, like, give in to your hate. I know you want to, or no, talking to Luke on the Death Star in 6, like, I know you want to kill me. I can feel your hatred. Like, fucking.
Right. He was like trying to, like, he thought he was the monkey and Jacob was the tiger, but Jacob didn't really do anything, or the lion, not the tiger.
Yeah. It's just crazy. At one point, one of the people is like, he's going to be buying his own plane ticket back home. I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, she said that. I said that to Tara too. I was like, I don't think they pay for their own flights. But
can you imagine if you did? Can you imagine if you got out? You're like, all right, when's my flight home? And they're like, well, I mean, you got to arrange that. What?
Yeah, we don't actually pay for that. So at this point, they showed the Mingle set, which hell of a set.
Yeah,
it looks even better than it does in the actual show. Honestly.
Well, yeah, and one last thing, just before we get into the Mingle stuff. There's this theme of every fucking person in this place going, it's time to play the game.
Yeah.
It's like Triple H is about to fucking walk out. Play the game! Like everybody is like, episode 4, it's time to actually get real now. It's like, what have you been doing for the rest of this? If it's just now time to play.
It's so prevalent, Sean, that it makes me believe that the producers were telling them to say that.
I think the producers were telling them to do a lot of things in this episode that we'll talk about later. But I also thought Dad was being based as fuck. I know you guys don't like Dad, but he was like, he's talking to Zoe.
I like
he's
Dad. What do you mean?
Nobody likes Dad. You guys don't like him. Sure. I get it. Everybody's saying it. So at one point he's trying to calm down Zoe, and he's like, look, it's just a game. And when everybody else is treating like this, like they're actually going to get fucking shot in the back of the head if they lose, there was something very refreshing about this dude being like, we are just playing a fucking game. Like,
right. It's just a game.
We don't need to freak the fuck out about this.
No.
The sociopath, Eric, has a crazy line when he's talking to...
I was just going to bring this up.
Yeah.
I hope my real future babies are just like her.
What
does
grow.
That mean?
They're
insane. You guys are similar age. It's just a very weird thing to say.
I love him so much. What? I think he's fucking crazy. I want a live reaction of her, of 110. Her name's Melissa. watching this episode and seeing his talking head for the first time.
Yeah, because she's all like, "Oh, we're like best buds. I trust him."
Yeah,
she doesn't know he's lied about everything.
Yeah. Quite literally everything.
So Marcus unwraps his silverware and he gets a little note. Number 21, Marcus, and the note says the game is Mingle and the first number is 6. So he's like, "Oh, okay." And the front man put this in the silverware. He had one of the guards do it. It's all part of his sick fucking game.
I fucking hate this front man thing. I think it's so stupid.
I like it. It's part of his sick fucking game.
I might just be mad about the ending.
I think so too. So he starts telling Austin, and he's already told another one of his teammates who's right there, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna get our 6 together right now." And Austin's like, "Oh yeah, dude, we got this made. I'm so fucking cool, by the way. My name's Austin." And so Marcus is like, "Hey, who's our 6?" So they determine who their 6 is gonna be, and he tells who I called Invader Zim holds up sport guy. In the previous episode, number 30, that, hey, you're our 6th guy. And that's when we find out he used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. But he gets his team of 6 together, right?
I gotta say, they also did a terrible fucking job with trying to keep this secret.
Oh, yeah. But I also have to say, it's pretty crazy how this worked out.
Yeah.
Like, maybe when they knew Austin had the disadvantage and they knew him and Marcus were tight, that they gave Marcus that clue. But no, because it was random who got the right silverware, right?
Yeah.
So this is pretty, like, fortuitous for the producers how this worked out, because it did provide some extra drama and intrigue to it, where because Austin has a disadvantage, he has to handcuff himself to somebody.
And I mean, this is what
he doesn't know that.
This is what I'm gonna start, being a little negative. This is something where that works really well, and it makes other things in this episode even more frustrating, because the producers of this show so often do get lucky with some of the interactions that that occur. I to the point of, I sometimes feel like they are forcing other things that don't need to be forced. Yeah. Because, like, you've already got you've got a pretty solid, like, basis that you're just kind of getting lucky with, people acting in a certain way, and just, like this, like them getting the fork and them ending up being pals. Like, just, you're getting lucky enough with stuff like this. You don't need to rig it in other ways.
I mean, but at the same time, though, Sean, the whole thing's rigged, right? Like,
yeah, that's true.
They're designing it to make compelling television. Like, that's the whole point.
That's true.
Right? So
that's true.
We can talk about that more when we get to it.
Yeah.
But so Austin picks the other twin, and his reasoning is, I just kept looking at him. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just kept looking over and he was there. Yes, that's how these things work. People stand places, Austin. Like, what are you talking about? So he picks 432, Jacob, not knowing what the disadvantage is. Because if he had known, I think he probably would have picked someone on his already, like, 6-person team.
Yeah.
Because they need to be handcuffed together. And Marcus is immediately like, oh, he can't be part of our 6 anymore.
Yeah.
Because we'd have to boot somebody else out.
Yeah.
And so they ask fucking Greg, who's a fucking Chad, hey, you're in our 6 now.
Yeah,
but Austin's talking like, oh, I'm still part of the 6. This is fine. So then he tells Jacob, like, hey, we know what the first game is, and it's Mingle. And Jacob's like, oh, shit, this is a good thing that I got picked for this, right?
Yeah.
So they're all headed to the game now. No one knows what's going on.
They also do a thing where Austin is like, yeah, I'm still with my boys, but
so he then realizes that's not feasible.
Yeah. So, I'm very curious about how this actually went down, because the way that it's expressed is very silly. So he goes up there, he gets handcuffed, and he picks Jacob. Oh, not Jacob. Sorry. Yeah. Jacob. He picks Jacob.
Jacob. Yep.
We cut to the people in the crowd realizing, oh, we're going to have to find a new sixth. They find the new sixth then. They have not yet talked to Austin. Austin is up there like, it's going to be Mingle, blah, blah, blah. And he is in his monologue. He's talking about like, my people had my back anyways. They were going to keep me, but I couldn't do that to them. I had to step aside.
Yeah, he acts like it was his idea.
And I'm curious if he just like, is he sitting down watching the television show going, they replaced me?
Yeah.
Like, did he go up and be like, I gotta go out with Jacob and do this thing, differently? And they were like, yeah, that's a good idea. We definitely weren't thinking about that already.
He then gathers another group of 6 at that point too, which is smart. He starts telling them, hey, I know what the game is. It's Mingle. The first number's going to be 6.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this is the first go around, they get in the Mingle room and everybody's like, strategizing, and the song starts playing, it starts spinning, and people are dancing, having a good time. And how quickly does that change?
Yeah, I gotta say, this might be the best game
it is
the reality show so far.
Tara, Tara didn't watch the real show, but she was so intrigued by this game and was like, so wait, in the real show, do they like kill each other? I go, yeah, there's one where he strangles the guy in the room as the timer expires to make their room right. And she's like, oh my God. She was so into it.
People lose their minds in this so quickly.
This is like,
I was like,
psychological torture for them.
At one point I wrote down, this game rocks. Everyone hates each other now.
Yeah.
Whoever comes out at the end of this is going to hate every single other member of who's left. Like, they all broke. And it's crazy. I don't know if I'd have that reaction or not. Like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't think I'd fucking go crazy like this.
Again, it's a lot of it is like taking things way too seriously type stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
There's one who Trinity is having like he's on the show crash out moment where
he does. Well, I was just gonna say the first round happens and 4 people just get eliminated, and one of them's like the Colonel Sanders looking guy.
Yeah.
But is that the next round where Trinity crashes out?
It all blends together. For me,
yeah,
I have no idea.
I kind of want to make some kind of semblance of like order here going through, because otherwise I think we're just gonna be jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
And 75, Natasha starts having issues where you can tell she, her and Eric are getting into it a little bit, and they're trying to plan for every eventuality, and she's just like not cooperating in the way that they want her to. She's like, well, I might, and it's like, oh, this is not how you should play this game. You have to like, you have to be somewhat cutthroat, but you shouldn't just not want to cooperate, period, because that's not going to help you. Right. And that's what she's doing. And so in the second round, everybody, as it's going, they're freaking out. The number's 12, which is a large number.
Yeah.
And people fall off the fucking platform.
It's crazy.
As they start running. It's really nuts. People are just yelling, shit.
At one point, one guy, it's my next note, so it's around here somewhere. One guy gets left out of a room, and I want to say it's
Isaiah.
It's Isaiah.
Viking, get your hands off me, boy.
Yeah.
And then one girl's like, that's so mean. And he's like, what's mean? Are you calling him a Viking? And he does the thing that people do when they're called out for their rude behavior and they don't really have like a comeback. He goes, okay, all right.
Yeah. It's like, crazy. It's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like, because that girl is hysterical when she's saying it. Like, I don't know if it's just the tension of everything is getting to her, but she's so upset about it.
Things have taken a turn for the worse very quickly. With about 12 seconds left, one of the groups realizes they have 11, and they yell at the people who were left out, we need 1. And this girl just fucking sprints for it, dude.
Yeah.
She just fucking sprints for it and beats the Viking guy. And he tries to get in for some reason still when it's like, what are you doing? And they shut him out. And she just abandoned her whole squad because they were all a team together.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I feel kind of bad about it, because I'm all alone now.
But you survived.
You survived, but you abandoned everybody. And this is when people are starting to freak because people are like holding hands and kumbayaing and hugging and like.
Well, there's one point where somebody's like, somebody's got to go. And one guy's like, yeah, who wants to die?
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Around here, there's a bit with August where he says, like, I'm really good with numbers, and he's going through it all. And he has a line where he says, I'm piecing the puzzle together, and if I'm putting the pieces in right, the puzzle is not looking good.
Yeah. And so the next round is 9, and I think this is when the one group has 10, and somebody needs to leave. And August, because he's such a nice, sweet guy, thinks, oh, I'll make it with another group, and goes.
Yeah.
And then there's not another group for him.
Yeah.
And then everybody, like, laments that August left. There's another group where there's 9, or there's 10, and somebody's got to go, and they're like, they push someone out, and then they don't have enough. And so they all die. And it's, like, crazy.
August crashes the fuck out here.
Yeah,
too.
he does. He's like, my family's gonna be so disappointed in me, and it's like, whoa, dude,
are you
like what?
You need to go to therapy. You don't need to be on a reality TV show.
Well, it makes me wonder if like his family was in like financial troubles, and he was like sent as like, this is the last thing that's gonna save our family. At
that point, it's like he also talks about like how he was born in Guatemala, but his birth family couldn't afford to raise him, so they set him up for adoption, and he came to the U.S. and he talks about how they abandoned him, and
well, I feel like that's pretty common. Like,
yeah, I don't want to like. His experience is his experience.
Right.
I don't want to belittle, whatever that means to him. I don't know that, from the outside, I don't know that I would feel the same way. But yeah, earlier on when he says that, like, he was adopted, he says he's talking about his abandonment issues at that point. And he's I'm just saying that it seems like he's got a lot of issues.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if Squid Game The Challenge is the right place to work through those issues.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Definitely not. So this is when the stuff with Natalie starts to hit the fan, because they're talking about, you got to box Natalie out. Yeah, like, they're talking about it, and it's like, what is? We're turning on each other. They've lost about 4 or 5 people every round. And they keep going here. People are talking about playing rock, paper, scissors to determine. That's not going to happen.
No.
But one group is absolutely crumbling, and one girl just goes, they are crumbling over there. Meanwhile, Cringe Guy is still dancing, by the way. The Holds Up Sport guy is dancing around. He's literally Namgu and Thanos, He's probably took some drugs before.
Yeah.
Peter gets a little sneaky and goes, don't take the people that are chained up.
Yep.
Peter getting a little sneaky.
I think it's around here that Trinity crashes out.
Yeah, well, Natalie jumps from one room to another, and that causes an issue. And then Peter does the same, like leaving their group without enough people, and that's how 432 and Austin, the chained up guys, get left out. Peter abandons them, basically.
I'm also very confused about this whole, because, okay, so this is all happening. The chained up duo are out there. Trinity's best friend in the game is like, we need 2 more in this room. And Trinity wants to take somebody from his room and go there.
Yeah, Trinity wants to go save his friend.
This whole time, he's crashing out, like, really badly. And I'm thinking, she's screaming, we need 2 more. And, it's the editing.
Well, no, because they have, counting the 2, they have 5.
No. I'm saying, I'm saying, why
she's
don't...
She's counting the handcuff guys.
Oh, the handcuff guys are in there. Okay.
Yes.
I was getting very confused. I was like, if you only need 2 more, why don't the handcuff guys go?
There's 5 left out, Sean.
Okay.
And so
Trinity
wants to take one person and go make a different room, leaving the people in the green room with 5.
Okay.
But they're like, no, we're all going to lose if you do that. And he's like, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. And they're like holding him back.
Yeah.
172 in particular is keeping the door shut so he can't open the door.
Yeah.
Which is smart.
A Chad, yeah.
He's like, I'm so angry. 172 is holding me back. She just needs 1 more. I'm wanting to help 263. And I know, because I know she can win all of Squid Game. I'd rather her win it than me. And he starts crying.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's totally unnecessary. And so the 5 that are left out, including the twins are done, Austin's done.
People are dropping like flies.
Yeah, people are dropping like flies.
I think they play one more round.
Yes. And I know we're kind of jumping through this crazily, but we're doing our best to make sure that we're talking about it.
It is so fucking hectic.
Yeah. So the next group's 4.
Yeah.
People get 4s pretty quickly. I think only 1 person gets left out of this round. So I think there's 2 more rounds they play. Yeah. It's just kind of the old guy that gets left out. He goes, it's fun while it lasted, 296. And then they come back and they do another one. And this is the round where Natasha gets left out because she made some enemies in previous rounds, and she's, like I said earlier, she wasn't cooperating. So people don't want to work with her. We get some pushing and shoving at a door. You have too many. No, Natalie, no. And they get her out of the room. They go, you're out. We don't want you in here. It's like, it's really crazy how they do that to her. But at the same time, she kind of asked for it.
Yep.
There's a blue room where they have too many. And then people are trying to get in.
Yeah.
And Trinity's yelling at 127, like, you need to get out because you held me out the last game. So then he does, which is like, no, I'm not moving for shit.
Yeah, fuck that. I'll take all you guys with me before I get out.
So we lose some notable players in this one. Natalie, Samantha, the pink-haired girl.
Yeah.
The guy that threw the ball to Viper in the catch game.
Throughout the whole episode, we lose some notable people.
Yeah, it's almost, there's some people we know in the second half of the season, but it's almost like a reset with how many we lost. Like we still have Matthew, we still have Kurt and Zoe, we have Marcus, who we've been introduced to Eric episode.
Recently.
Eric's
last episode.
Still in there. I'm looking for Greg right now. I don't know if Greg made it.
Oh, I see him. No, I see him when they're all holding hands.
Okay, so Greg's still in. Good. Okay.
Yep.
So then Greg's this is the controversial part of the episode, Sean, where they quote unquote decide they're not going to play anymore.
Yeah. Does anybody buy this? I have not looked online about what people are saying. I'm curious if anybody buys this.
I don't buy it. What they do is they say, hey, this game is 2. And then everybody's like, well, wait, 2, we all make it. But then they're like, no, still don't play. Right? And so people obviously are going to team up together. And they did this. They achieved this outcome previously in the previous season by just saying, hey, pick a partner, right? And then they said, you're all playing marbles. And maybe they thought that people would suss that out if they just did it the same way again. So the contestants would suss it out. So they made this like convoluted way of doing it. I don't know.
I think they just I don't think it's. I think they just were like, season 2 has this big part where they rebel. We need to have a rebellion too, and this is just the way they like. This is my biggest problem is it just feels so clearly like so clearly scripted. like they're trying to recreate something from the show.
I ultimately think it's scripted. However, what I will say is that if it is scripted, there's some decent acting from these individuals. I buy that they're stressed out.
Oh my, wait, if this is real, I'm about to blow your mind. Oh, this show is so good. Hang on, let me find this actual interview that is being cited in this. This is from Entertainment Weekly.
Okay.
The players decided they had enough emotional turmoil during Mingle after being forced to exclude many of their friends and allies, leading to their eliminations. So when the next number was called out, too, the players joined hands and refused to keep playing the game. Even though they realized there was an even amount of players left, meaning no one would get eliminated in that round, they remained standing on the rotating dais in the center and didn't run into the rooms on the edge to lock in their safety. The mutiny forced the masked frontman to show up with an army of guards and announce they would all receive a gift as a reward for their courage in stopping the game. So it's the marbles. This is the actual interview when they ask the producers. And the producers say, I think people have imagined that we pivoted a lot more than we did. The intention always for the last round was for there to be an even amount of pairs for everyone to run to a room. No one would be left outside. And then the intention was that the guards were going to put that box of marbles through the windows of the doors of everybody's room.
That makes sense.
So we didn't actually pivot in that, but psychologically, it's incredibly interesting. When that last number was called out and everyone found their pairs, which is what we always intended to do, they rebelled and held hands in their pairs. We quickly figured we can still do what we want to do, just not in their rooms.
Wow.
We'll just come out onto the stage with the front man leading the guards to hand out the marbles. So we just literally pivoted to how those marbles were delivered.
Wow.
That just changed my entire perception of this episode from like being something I have a really big problem to. Now this might be the best episode of the series.
Right. So that I was going to say, Sean, because like I do believe there were parts of it that were staged before we got this information, but there was some really good acting from the people not wanting to play.
Yeah.
I was like, these guys aren't trained actors. Like, I don't know. So that makes so much sense.
That is really crazy.
They were so psychologically tormented that they didn't want to play anymore.
They didn't. They just didn't want to play anymore, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, man, because they were always going to play marbles. They were always going to do. They were just going to do it in the rooms with everybody. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So that's where the episode ends, and then we get like the preview for the next part of the season, right? And there's a lot of marbles going on. And, when you think about it, Sean, if this was their plan the whole time, it really makes sense that they tried to include as many like duos as they could, right?
Yeah.
Because then eventually they know they're going to break them up.
I'm going to bring up something else that I don't believe, but hey, it's a Reddit comment. So like, maybe it's true, source, trust me, bro. This guy, they're talking about this whole rebellion thing. This guy says, I have a friend who worked production, and he said that there was a round where the dad and daughter got out. They voided that round to keep them in, and the other players basically had a rebellion because it was unfair, and also things were way more violent than they showed on screen. And somebody says they voided a round where like 14 players died in one round, including major players, that sparked a massive hour-long rebellion off-screen that involved producers, security, etc. I don't believe that. But that's crazy.
So I don't believe that, but that makes more sense as to why they would stop playing.
Yeah.
Instead of just the psychological turmoil of the the Mingle, right? Wow. And I guess at that point you go, hey, you can't talk about this on camera, otherwise you're gonna lose your shot at $4.56 million, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I wish I could.
And like,
it would make sense.
It would make sense that would happen because they're about to do their big like, oh, you got to turn on your closest allies episode, and if they lose the father-daughter, that's like the money shot, right? That's like the big.
Yeah.
You might still have the brother-sister, but they haven't really dove into them as much as they have the father-daughter. So it's like that makes some sense. But again, it's also a my dad works in Nintendo type moment. So it's hard to believe. But I think that might be more news than noise, Sean. I think that that might be real.
Yeah,
that might be real.
Yeah, I'm just
okay, I guess my question is about that is, okay, they're saying 14 people got out. How did that happen?
I have no idea.
There's mathematically, how did that happen, right? And I don't know that I buy it, I guess, when I think about it.
I will be very interested. I don't think we'll find out anything until after the season is over. But after the season was over of season 1, we learned a lot about what happened afterwards. I think if this is true, if a round was actually voided, I don't know that I believe that. I feel like there'd be major legal issues with that. But I'm sure somebody will comment on it. A player will comment on it eventually. I have direct information. The games were fucked, got increasingly violent and desperate with every round. Punches, stepped on, dragged, etc. People were breaking down everywhere, crying, crashing out. The tipping point was a voided round where like 12 to 14 people got eliminated, including major characters like father and daughter. They voided the round because, quote, people stepped off the platform too early, which all the players rightly crashed out over because that was bullshit. They had about 100 staff and even executive producers on the floor to calm the players down because everyone was threatening to leave/sue, etc. They forced another round to occur, which everyone said fuck no to and rebelled, and everything else is seen.
Wow. So it's like, hey, do you believe the producer?
There's like 2 stories here about why this rebellion happened. Both of them are so compelling.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's crazy. I really hope that, I'm sure people are under NDA for the show's airing, but I would expect somebody to talk about this after the season ends.
Yeah.
I'm
we'll
very
see.
excited. I'm very excited about this. I really want to know. This sounds awesome.
Yeah. It's better than what we thought, where it was like this was just scripted and
yeah.
Man, sounds like there was a lot more pivoting done than we thought.
Yeah.
We get like the preview of the second half, and it shows.
I did not watch this.
Oh,
I don't know if you think there's anything in there that I should,
No, it's not spoilery. I mean, it does show you another game besides the whole Donkey Kong deal.
Okay.
Which is a game that's from the previous season as well. Do you want me to tell you or no?
It's from Challenge Season 1.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you remember the game that our guy went full Ace Attorney?
Oh, that game is so good.
Yeah, that game's back.
I'm so excited.
According to this,
that was a really
they don't show
good
any
game.
players, right? They just show the game. So
yeah.
They show like
set.
the box. You put the box on the person's desk or whatever.
Oh,
they do show what looks like someone playing shuffleboard at some point. Like they show like a disc going across the ground, and it doesn't look like it's in either of the other game areas they showed. So I don't know what that's about. There's a lot of shots of like the front man handing guards things and the guards holding things. They show the vending machine, but it has like 8 of those tiny boxes in it and nothing else.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's another coin situation. And then they do show the doll girl, the full one, going red light, green light.
Oh.
So I don't know if they are doing some version of red light, green light at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Like 1v1 red light, green light.
Yeah, man, that might be cool.
Certainly would be better than rock, paper, scissors. I can tell you that. I'm very excited for the rest of the season because I do feel like our complaints about last season are gone as far as people being all kumbaya and shit. I do think this season doesn't have as many like memorable characters as the first one. So far,
I feel that way. I'm feeling Eric. All right. I think Eric is going to be really interesting as long as he survives. I think
but I also don't think that matters as much, Sean. Like now that we're here, I'm not like, oh, I need compelling characters. I just need the drama.
Yes. Okay. That's
and the
also
characters
true.
just need to be good enough, right? Where last season it had some really good characters, but they were all super fucking nice to each other, and it made the games not as fun. Where here it's like they're less characters, but they're like they really want to win.
I'm just so stuck on this baby doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know that we didn't do last episode. We didn't do the Lorenzo Award, but clearly he's gonna win that award until he's eliminated. Or wins. You know, like that's just he's the Lorenzo of this season for sure.
All right, so as of right now, let's see. Who do you think is the best player in this episode?
You know, it's tough because Mingle was so catastrophic and all over the place, and a lot of it's really just like sticking to your team and luck. But I think, you know, Peter made a pretty sneaky decision and eliminated some strong players when he did it.
Yeah.
By abandoning one group to join the other group and leaving behind 432 and Austin and some other players. So I thought that was probably the most calculated thing of the episode. Besides, I mean, I'm not gonna give Matthew credit because fuck that guy.
No,
but
fuck that guy.
He did make the best decision he could have made in the situation he was in.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go off script a little bit. Regardless of what the answer is, I think the best player might be the producers for this episode.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because whatever turns out from what we just,
I think you mean the front man, Sean.
Yeah, sure. I think that they are either pivoting on their feet really good into a really great messaged like fake story to not talk about avoided round that caused an uprising, or they're just on their feet really well and they get an incredible ending.
So I'll tell you, if that story's real, 100% can say that the reasoning of people stepped off the platform first is horseshit.
Oh,
because
for sure.
That's like that being a thing is also compelling in its own way of them going, hey, we got to pull this round back, right?
Yeah.
So
okay.
that's how. So if they had like some kind of slow-mo replay of it, they would milk that, right? They would go, people stepped off the platform early, so we got to redo this round, right? Like the NFL does or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I know it's horseshit because they have no, like, if that story's real, they have no proof that that's what happened. They just didn't want those players to be eliminated.
No, yeah, absolutely. So I'm so excited to find out what really happened.
Yeah. Hopefully we get to.
I really hope so. Who would you say right now is most likely to win?
I'm going to give it to Marcus. I think he's an athlete.
Yeah.
He seems to have a sound strategic mind on his shoulders, and he's got a good alliance of people, you know? He does possibly risk like being too strong and then people target him. But right now, I mean, he's probably in the strongest position.
I think as of right now, I think it's Eric. Most likely to win.
Love Eric,
I think I said that last time. I think I really had a moment this episode where, like, when Matthew was like coming up with his sob story and shit, and nobody bought it. Everybody's been so distrustful of each other, and everybody's calling BS on everybody immediately all the time, except for Eric. And I'm like, I think people have bought into this character. And I'm very curious if he can keep it up and if he can continue to trick everybody in there.
The thing is, like, the reason Matthews, I mean, it worked on some people, but the reason for me it falls flat is because he's now doing this because he has a reason to, right? And it's clear he has a reason to. Where Eric's lies were kind of for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of was like, it's my birthday, and by the way, I'm having a kid.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, man.
I think willing to lie about the craziest shit is going to be a huge advantage to him.
It's wild. And then who do we, it was who we want to win? Or
who we want to win
is going to win, and
next.
now it's who we want to win.
Yeah.
I'm still going with Greg, dude.
Okay, I'm going with Kurt still because I really want the final round. I want him to drop his daughter like the baby off the fucking cliff.
I was just going to say, well, it won't be in the final round. It'll be in marbles, but
yeah. Oh, shit, they're about to play each other.
Right.
Oh, yes.
The coolest thing would be if he just destroys her at whatever game. It's not like Trey in the last season or whatever, where they're like, it's like, you know, neither of them want to pull the trigger. I just want him to like go scorched earth on her, but he won't because, like we said, I think it's more likely she's gonna go after him.
Yeah, I didn't even. Oh man, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Tuesday.
Fun announcement on Tuesday, unless something crazy happens, we will be joined by special guest Regular Pat, friend of the show. Regular Pat will be joining us to go over episode 5, so I hope you will please look forward to that. We're going to record it the day it releases. I'm assuming I'll have it out by the next day for you guys, so this release schedule is really weird. We're just trying to pump them out for you guys so we can, release the episodes with the hype so everybody can watch and listen at the same time, right? So
I also want to apologize for the delay between episodes 1 and 3. I forgot to send Mike my audio. Oh, sorry, between 1 and 2. So yes. I was definitely like, man, why hasn't Mike gotten the episode up yet? I thought he said he was going to do it. And then you said, you have not sent me any audio. And I went, oh, yeah, that'll definitely do it.
But no, we got them out by the weekend, which was my goal.
We still got them out super quick.
And I edited the part out of the last episode where you said, hey, we're going to record it on this day, so get your stuff in. So it didn't sound stupid.
Okay, cool.
Because I knew it was going to be late. So
okay. Well,
don't worry, Sean. I edit you to make you sound intelligent at all times.
Oh, somebody has to.
Yeah, I know. A lot of editing.
It takes a lot. It takes a whole village. Multiple interns. Unpaid, of course.
The amount of ums and but-ums on the cutting room floor are significant.
Hey.
That's me too. That's me too.
That's a lot.
And that's me.
Yeah, but but
it's because of the the narrating of the show going through. I'm a lot of so they're like because I speak before thinking about what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I'm on the page on the the Netflix page, and it has a picture of the thing that we were wondering if it was Chutes and Ladder, and I can tell you it is definitely Chutes and Ladder.
Yeah, they show
getting a better
in the
look
preview,
at it. Yeah,
they show in the preview, Sean, someone going down a slide.
Okay, yeah. Like I can see the slides now. I actually have a much I'm very excited for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that would be cool if they just start bringing out classic board games, but like life size,
Yeah. What do they have to do with like a mousetrap at some point?
Mousetrap would be cool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Don't Wake Daddy. That's the one I want.
Don't Wake Daddy. They have to do surgery on each other.
Yeah, operation.
Yeah.
That would fit in with the show, Sean. They're harvesting organs. Oh my God, we've come full circle. That's like the one thing that they haven't like mimicked from the actual show is the organ harvesting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for yes-anding my comment, dude. Super cool.
That's payback for earlier in the episode.
He said, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Jesus
Mike,
Christ.
I think I agree to end the episode.
Yeah, I tried to agree minutes ago, and you kept pushing it, and then you let my joke just hang out there to dry. All right, I agree to end the episode.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you later. Bye.